we are at the Village Council regular meeting, October 23rd, 2025. It is 7:39, and we will start with roll call. Council President Cameron.
Here.
Councilperson Koss.
Present.
Councilperson Martin.
Here.
Councilperson Passion.
Present.
Councilperson Pinter.
Here.
Councilperson Grant.
Here.
Okay. And let's do Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Do we have a motion to approve the October 9th, 2025 council work session minutes
Motion to approve.
with engineer Mike Flickinger?
Motion to approve.
Second.
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? Do we have a motion to approve the October 9th, 2025 council meeting minutes?
Motion to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? All right, let's move to the village committee reports, and we will start with Councilperson Cross Streets.
So we talked about, we started working on Northland Plaza Drive. So that's doing well. It looks like they tore up the whole street. Looks pretty dramatic, so that means progress is going well. I like that. MLR. Oof. Okay, so we have a snag in the MLR project where, unfortunately, there were a couple soft spots, and it seems that they are bigger than what was anticipated. And now the engineer is working with the pavement company to come up with a plan that is fiscally appropriate. So it is on pause until they figure that out. Hopefully, it will be resolved soon. And everybody is aware of that, so that is why we have those texts. I think that the project was delayed, but we're aware of everything. What else are we working on? That's it. That's all I got. I haven't gotten any other things going on.
No, we are doing the Bloodhound Wednesday for Valley. So you're gonna see people out on Valley that's gonna be doing like the survey work and all
And
that.
Bloodhound is
our
everybody listening.
Yeah, and there are surveying people. Is that the easiest
Utility
word?
locator.
Utility locator.
Yes,
There you go.
that's why they're called Bloodhound. Because they've got lead for it.
Yes, so that is being done Wednesday-ish, JP, just so you're aware.
In preparation for the next step, which is Valley Road.
Yes. So that we just got word on today. And then the only other thing that I will say is we have had a couple businesses concerned with people not being able to get into their businesses. I will say that Strauser has said that that is absolutely not the case. They have been very accommodating to people that are trying to go up and down there to get into the businesses and, you know, helping people do all of that. I can't say that people aren't just turning around once they see that and they're just moving on. I can't control that. So I'm not implying that people aren't, seeing people going the wrong way and, potentially losing business. The only thing that I can say to that is this is a project that has to be done. And again, it will be over soon. That's why they're doing the whole thing, so it gets done faster.
I will say, I turned around there yesterday. First of all, it felt like a big dip where, it would hurt my car to go down there. But also, I think there was absolutely no signage, and the cones were placed in a way where it almost felt like their access was closed. So I'm wondering if Strauser could possibly
Do some better signage.
It's
place
definitely.
a sign that says, open for businesses, whatever. Because I think it just felt like it closed.
It's very closed off on Ponderosa.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but when you go to Farview, right?
Even then, it felt like I was going to fall off.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But it does seem like, I know, there's a little more access over there. Not ideal by any means. I don't know what the business is in our main building the main building that sits there. So I can't speak to that.
2990.
Yeah.
They have access off of Ponderosa.
Yeah, they have access. I think it's
They
just-
go down,
it's
it's
not
there's an
that-
entrance on the rear.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
They're okay.
Even to
Forgive me, I forgot.
Entry,
Drive
it was
past.
a long clip to get to it, and there was no signage.
So we can check the signage tomorrow. Yeah, we can double check that and see see if there's something that we can do to help them out with that. So that was just something that, again, today, it's just.
Is
we
the
brought it right to your
delay, is the
attention.
delay on MLR, is that gonna cause any delays with finishing that piece too?
I'm gonna go with yes, because they're not doing anything until they can lay the base.
Are we concerned then about kind of how far it's gonna go into the
Yes.
construction
Yes.
season?
Yeah, that's the whole.
We're concerned.
But it would
Yeah,
be.
we're definitely concerned.
No asphalt until March.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
a big
So-
problem. I felt, it almost feels like a rolling foster.
So, yeah, at this point, we're just waiting for Mike to get back with us on.
I know we talked about
I'm hoping that we get some information tomorrow. So, and just so you know, and Barb, just remind me of this, and I'm gonna say this, I will be here all day tomorrow, but I will make sure that if we do not have an answer for you, that we will update you guys, at least so you guys are aware. If we get that information from Mike, if we could just make sure we forward it all to council, just so they know on Monday, because I won't be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if we can just make sure that you guys are fully aware of, okay, it's moving forward, it's still stuck, whatever, just so people ask you. So as we get that from Mike or Cody, we will make sure that all of council's aware. So, and Barb here, you guys all heard it here first, Barb will forward it, we'll keep checking our emails for it. And that was it, that was my two things about that. So, anybody have any questions about streets right now? Let's go to Councilperson Martin for services.
Leaf pickup is moving smoothly, 2 runs so far. Grounds Master Landscaping is doing an exceptional job. Also, please do not put sticks or rocks in your leaves, keep them out of the street. Also, this Friday, we're gonna have Machi Hibachi for our food truck. And next week on Halloween, we'll be having Schmidt's food truck come. So, both trucks are from 4 o'clock till 7 p.m.
Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, next. Council President Cameron for Parks and Recs and Park.
Yes, thank you. So we had a pretty good discussion in our work session prior to this regarding the pool. We talked about membership, we talked about concession stand fees, what we can do to help improve pool membership and just kind of bringing excitement to the pool, continue to bring excitement to the pool. And so we'll continue that in our next committee meeting, which we will have before our work session on the 6th. So at 6:15 we'll meet, the Parks and Recs and Parks Committee will meet to hold a discussion. Very exciting that we, and this has been talked about before, we have entered into agreement with an architect firm to help us with the phase 1 of the pool. So that's really exciting. The phase 1 will be, start with the main entrance to the pool, including new and updated restrooms that are ADA compatible, and a new front entryway as far as welcoming people, the front office. So very excited about that, and so we hope to get community involvement with that as we move forward. The plan is for construction to start as soon as the pool closes in 2026 and have it finished before the pool opens in 2027. Like I said, that's phase 1. There are multiple phases to this project as we find funding and kind of go through some plans, and the whole goal is just not to have the pool shut down for pool season, but to do this as we can and can find the funding for it. So very excited about that. And then I think that's about it for now. We do have our RFP out for landscaping, which I think we have another week or 2 on. And then we'll try to see what we have for landscaping for next year within the community. So.
And then don't forget, we have the thing from Ben, the pool construction grant on legislation for tonight,
Okay.
to move forward for pool
Nice.
stuff.
Yes. We're trying to find as much outside money as we absolutely can to give us our biggest bang for our buck.
All right, anybody have any questions for any 3 of the street services for Rex and Park? All right, next, citizen comments. Anybody?
Hi, Barb.
All right, let's move to legislation. How about it?
All right, legislation for tonight, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, well, we have a lot.
Yeah.
So the first thing is ordinance 2025-19, which is annual compensation for 2026. I'll read the formal reading. It's an ordinance updating the wage and salary ranges, the number of employees and positions for the village of Minerva Park. It is the first reading. It is essentially the 2026 wages for everyone that works here, quite simply, and getting updated, as many people do every year. Next is ordinance 2025-20, which is healthcare for 2026. It is an ordinance establishing healthcare benefits for employees and the mayor, and authorizing the mayor and fiscal officer to enter into contracts for major medical and other insurances for village employees. This is the first reading. This is essentially establishing what healthcare is going to be for 2026. I know that the costs of that associated are still forthcoming.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen a lot until November, and it seems very last minute, but
Tommy, on both of those, and I know we've all been in the finance committee meetings with Jeffrey, and he's been very clear on kind of how this is set up. We will talk more about both of these in the work session on November 6th. That will be brought up again. By then, we will have numbers. Couple things to note. Obviously, the compensation is a certain percentage. He's looking to increase that, and it seems reasonable. But we'll go through that over the next couple readings and stuff. But the healthcare, I didn't want to, just a little context here. My healthcare, I work for, work for STRS, but the key to that is 18.5%. So that just came out today, literally. My wife's is 19.5, and she's a teacher. So very, very, that's where we're at, and I'm sure that we'll be discussing that, but just to give a picture of kind of where we potentially as a community may be on that. I don't know on the corporate side as well anymore, so, but it's pretty huge increases from what we're seeing across, government type jobs. So.
well, I'm not sure if I clarified, but this is just the first reading for ordinance 2025-20, so there will be a few more readings. All right, the next one is the resolution 2025-24, which is the TIRC or TIRC approval. It's a resolution accepting, approving, and ratifying the submitted document recommendations of the Tax Incentive Review Council and declaring an emergency. This is our second reading with the intent to suspend the rules that require 3 readings and pass as an emergency. So with that, I don't know, we've talked about this last time,
Franklin County's wearing us out. They want this document and they want it now.
You want it yesterday.
They wanted it yesterday. They actually did want it yesterday. So our meeting is tonight. We didn't have the proper documentations to get this passed on October 9th. We were waiting for the meeting minutes and some other things from them. And Barb was able to put together the meeting minutes for us so we could get this moving. So
with that, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules that require 3 readings for resolution 2025-24.
Second.
any discussion?
No.
All right. Oh, no, we're not. All right, are we doing roll call?
Yeah.
There we go. Councilperson Martin?
Councilperson Burton.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant?
Aye.
Councilperson Pinter?
Aye.
Council President Cameron?
Aye.
Councilperson Koss?
Aye.
And Councilperson Passion?
Aye.
So the motion to suspend the rules that require 3 readings is passed. Now, next we will move motion to approve resolution 2025-24, the TIRC approval,
And pass as an emergency.
and pass as emergency. Thank you.
Second, sorry.
Any more discussion? All right, Councilperson Koss?
Aye.
Council President Cameron?
Aye.
Councilperson Pinter?
Aye.
Councilperson Passion?
Aye.
Councilperson Martin?
Aye.
Councilperson Grant?
Aye. All right. Resolution passes. Give them what they want. All right, resolution 2025-25 is for reoccurring contracts. This is a resolution authorizing the mayor and the fiscal officer to enter into various recurring contracts necessary for the continuous operation of the village. This is the first reading, And if I recall this correctly, last year we added a couple of vendors to the list, but every year we go through that list and make sure that these are appropriate people does it make it easier for payments? Is that what that is?
It does, and again, I think it's, some of these things I can just do, and I don't like to just do them, I like to, for you guys to at least know who we're using and those types of things as well. So, Business Sewer, again, they're usually who does our CCTV, but there's a lot of just like memberships and like, MailChimp and things like that. Those are technically not things that you guys, I don't wanna say, it's not something I would bring to you, but I feel like it's just information that you guys need. It goes on the credit card every single month. So again, it's, or maybe once a year. Some of these are once a year, some of them are just, jot form, Textly. So again, it's just more for transparency than anything.
Perfect. All right, that was just the first reading for that. The next one is Resolution 2025-26, which is Rules of Council. And this is a resolution adopting the Rules of Council for the Council of the Village of Minerva Park for 2026. This is the first reading, and this is essentially Rules of Council and the calendar, which I'm sure that we'll probably have some discussion, I mentioned in our work session about this. So, look forward to that. Resolution 2025-27, pool fees for 2026. This is a resolution establishing fees for the membership for the Minerva Park Pool for the 2026 summer season and declaring an emergency. This is the first reading with the intent to approve on the third reading, if this happens on 11/20, emergency language will be, for the third reading, will be removed. This is basically just pool fees, and we talked at length about this today, and I think that Jason had mentioned that the subcommittee for the pool will likely find some time to get together and hash out any additional details. Any other thoughts on that?
No,
Sound good?
yeah.
All right.
Maybe just in general, for some of these, it looks like we're starting readings, but we don't have anything finalized. The reason we do that is because once we pass these, it takes 30 days for them to take effect. And by starting our readings today, as long as we still hold our two in November, then we have our 30 days for these to start on January 1st, which is when they would take effect. So in order not to pass things as an emergency, we are reading them with some missing information in it that we will fill in later. But just to, what's in here is generally what we've done or what we've approved in the past, and we will probably not make major revisions to it, so.
It goes back to that idea that if we could change the word emergency to
Right.
urgency,
Right.
we would love to, but
Right,
we're a statutory village, so we have to follow
Right.
the law.
so, I felt like that was important to call out.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, this next one, Resolution 2025-28. This is for the pool construction grant. A resolution authorizing the mayor to seek financial assistance via the Land and Water Conservation Fund for funding of improvements to the Minerva Park Municipal Pool and declaring an emergency. This is the first reading with the intent to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings and pass as an emergency. And the reason for the emergency language is we need to get this stuff together and get this submitted by the due date. This is
In November.
Right,
in November. So this is the hopefully free money that we can get to fix the center point of our community, our pool.
and just like you pointed out, right, we have to pass this as an emergency because there are deadlines involved. If we could have done this without it, we would have, but at this point, our hands are a little bit tied, so. If we want the money, yeah, and we do.
We want money. We want free money.
All right, with that, I'll make a motion to suspend the rules that require 3 readings for resolution 2025-28.
Second,
I just want to point out under 13, I think there's a typo, it says 25.
Yeah, it does. I just self-corrected it.
Okay, oh, you're too good.
No, I'm not. So any discussion?
All right. Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson Pinter.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Cost.
Aye.
Council President Cameron.
aye.
All right, now that motion to suspend the rules that require 3 readings and pass as an emergency has been done. I guess we'll move, motion to approve resolution 2025-28 for the pool construction grant and pass as emergency.
Second.
Any more discussion? Councilperson Pinter?
Aye.
Councilperson Passion?
Aye.
Councilperson Martin?
Aye.
Councilperson Cost?
Aye.
Council President Cameron?
Aye.
And Councilperson Gray?
Aye.
And that's it, I think. Yay! Okay, that is all I have for legislation as well. All right, do we have any old business?
Well, I'm gonna start with the survey, and first of all, I wanna thank everyone, we're at 227 surveys. The survey does close tomorrow, so please, if you have a paper copy, please bring it to the office by 3 o'clock. The survey online will be open until 5, and we'd love for anyone who still wants to go ahead and do that. We are looking at dates as part of a council meeting in November to have Pete DeSalvo, but Pete DeSalvo, who has been our partner in the survey, wants to come. He's excited to deliver the report, and he wants to make sure that we have time to give him the time. He's only talking like 15 minutes or so, but then of course, maybe another 5 or 10 for questions. So we'll make sure all the residents know in plenty of time that they can make it to that meeting.
All right. Does anybody have any questions about the survey while we're talking about it?
Can we make sure that I'm gonna make sure that I share it on my page. I'm wondering if we could just make that announcement early on, Friday, and just make sure that everybody knows that wants to know. I'm gonna spread the word, yeah, I'm gonna text, everybody on my street, obviously.
Yeah,
But let's just also make a commitment to spread the word, just so we can get as much engagement as possible.
absolutely.
I don't know if we can put that on the NPCA page or something. Yeah, just everywhere.
And just to state it one more time, I know you've said this many times, but we are not collecting this information. It goes to an outside
So we don't have your personal data, we
Yeah,
don't have it to your
so we
public.
cannot tell who's answered what question. They will recap this information for us,
Absolutely.
to
We're just-
council, so.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
anonymity, should be there.
Anonymity.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can't say that.
I couldn't say it, so I'm not gonna try.
Anonymity.
Yes, absolutely.
English isn't my first language, you guys, so.
Okay, so we have, and I'm just gonna go through the whole thing. Pool, does anybody have anything? I think we talked about that until we're purple.
Yeah.
Maintenance building, 2029, maybe.
Permit guys meetings,
That-
that's it.
that's where we're
really
at.
the summary.
It's still coming. I promise.
The permit guys.
Brian,
Are we?
you might have a pod for the rest of your life, I don't know.
Do you like it? We'll put a rug in there. He's not.
At this point, I don't have anything else to say. I don't know. It's, we got new documentation, I shouldn't say that. We got new documentation to fill out. We're working on that. So again, I think I've said this probably 3 times. I think this is the final time.
Don't jinx it.
If
We don't
not-
know. The permit
If
guys-
not, I will say I am sticking Eric on it. And Eric and I have had this discussion, and next is where we are moving forward. So,
Who did we make mad
They
in
don't.
Blendon Township?
do it.
Who did we make mad in Blendon Township?
Yeah. Why not?
Honestly, I don't think it's that. I think that I just think that it's, we just did it a little bit different. Maybe we cut corners, maybe we did different things, maybe it just wasn't in full detail enough, and, they have a new person, and he's been wonderful. I mean, he's been responsive, he's been everything, so I don't have a bad thing to say about any of it. It's just, unfortunately, some balls have been dropped in every aspect, and we're suffering the consequences.
All right.
Is that a nice way to say it? Sort of?
Anyway,
It's a roundabout way of saying it is what it is.
I stand by my statement.
we're gonna fix the issue.
Yeah, we're working. Eric and I have been discussing it over that. He was not involved in it. He is now involved in it as of like this week. So, I brought the big dog out. I brought a mean person. No, I'm totally kidding now. He is willing to work on some stuff outside of some stuff he wasn't involved in. So, We're gonna give it another couple days. Like I said, we just did get the permit stuff, this week. I'm waiting for that to be, I'm hoping I get it back tomorrow, so I can sign it before I leave. If not, we'll talk about that part. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that. Okay. Roadway project, we've also talked about quite a bit, so I'm not really gonna get into that. It's once again out of our hands that, you know, I would love to go down there and be able to finish it myself, and I'm sure you guys would too. We don't have that ability to do that, so we are working as fast as we can with each bump in the road, literally.
Literal song.
Literal bump in the road, so.
We voted against speed bumps, sorry.
Well, we should.
We might reconsider it, we might need to go put them out.
Let's put-
So the next thing I have is new business. I'm gonna start because I can. And then you guys all go. So mine's easy. Is anybody aware that they're not gonna be here on the 13th or 20th? I understand things come up, but I'm asking just because there's a couple things that I know that we're working with Eric and Jesse, and just, it's holidays, and I just wanna make sure we have a lot of legislation and a lot of things going on. Is anybody aware of the 13th or the 20th that they will not be here?
Unless there's an emergency.
Exactly, yeah, I mean, and that happens. Anybody aware that they will not be here? Awesome. And then my final thing is, we've talked about this a couple times over the last couple months. We have a couple changes to our handbook. So with that, we do not need to come to you guys, however, you guys have met me, so we like to come to you guys. These are not major changes, so we feel as if, you guys can just yay or nay it. And they have been emailed to you guys. I have a copy of them as well. These will go into effect once we get this. If anybody has any questions, ask me now. Okay, so basically I am just looking for your guys' approval to move forward with Chapter 4 adjustments. This is the compensation and hours of work is Chapter 4. There are quite a few employee benefits that all we have done is tweaked and made them more understandable and added some language that makes things clear. So if I could get a motion to approve these changes.
So moved.
Does anybody have, again, anything to say about this?
Comments seem pretty minor, honestly. Read them the other day. I thought I expected a little more, just because of dialogue, right? But looks good to me.
Yeah.
Do we run this stuff past legal counsel too?
Yes,
Good.
yes, he absolutely is aware. And like I said, this was part of the handbook rewrite that you guys approved last year. And long story short, you know, you do a lot in a couple of months, and sometimes maybe things, say employees, and we clarified it to say non-uniform employees, because again, we do have a difference between police and upstairs that may be a little different. We also have a lot more part-time clarifications versus full-time when it comes to certain things. So again, there are certain things that just wasn't, when you read it, you know, we understand what it's supposed to say, but maybe there could be someone say, oh, that's not really what that says. So we just wanted to clarify some things and move on. So Kathy has moved it, so I just want to do a roll call. Just
a second.
wait, did anybody second?
Second.
Tony second. And again, just for the record. There we go. Do we need anything else? No, I think we're good. All right, we're gonna use this one. Councilperson Green.
Aye.
Councilperson Pinter.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Cost.
Aye.
And Council President Cameron.
Aye.
All right. Again, I think we could have done yay or nay, but I just prefer to do it that way. Last thing I have, drug take back. Saturday, October 25th. We didn't get much advance notice, so there you go. We'll get it posted. I think it's already been posted once. It is from 10 to 2. Typically, they do it right out here. Safely dispose of unneeded prescription medication at the municipal building. And like I said, they usually park in that little parking lot right there. Our officers are the ones that do it. Again, this Saturday, October 25th, 10 to 2.
Give us your drugs.
Candidates night,
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday, the
Tuesday.
28th, here, right?
Is it here?
7 to 8,
Oh, I don't.
that sound right?
Yeah.
7 to 8, thank yous. Yeah, so, I'm sure.
And I'm gonna say this once again. I'm not going to be here, not because I don't love every single one of you guys equally, but I'm not going to be here. I actually am gonna try to leave something with Barb, before I do leave, just because I'm not gonna be here, and I know you guys all know that I support all of you guys, so I'm not sure what all I'm allowed to say, so. But I'm not going to be here at all in the state, so, that's why I'm not gonna be here. I just wanna say that it's not that I don't support you guys, and anybody taking it.
And it's
taking
ran
action
by,
in the village.
it's ran by MPs.
NPCA, correct.
And the setup is,
So it's like a forum and they ask you questions?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's like who goes first, sometimes it's, you know.
and they have
I think
pre-staged
It
questions.
seems like questions, aren't they like pre-submitted by, it could be, you know, residents, it could be the, so they basically take questions from residents or that they've had previously and kind of, you know, make them a little bit more general, sometimes they clean them up, and that's that.
Yeah, it's pre-streamlined, an hour, so I guess, you know, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, works well.
So, again, I just wanted to put that out there because I just don't want people to say that I don't support anybody, so I'm excited for it, so. Did we have anything else? Candidates night's coming up. Trick or treat is Thursday night, 6 to 8,
6 to 8.
6 to 8 PM,
Okay.
not AM. Just making sure.
The festival of frights, right?
I heard Councilperson's Grant House is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is pretty sweet,
Oh, yeah.
and they spend hours and hours and hours.
You should go there. Pretty cool.
We're gonna invite everybody, we're gonna post it online for you. We're gonna post your
We
address.
should
and
have
say-
a contest.
It's already on.
All right, that's it, that's all I have. That really was my old business. So, old business, new business, does anybody else have anything?
Now, should we, you know, last time, I have one thing. Last time I kind of talked about everybody running, and this is my fault, I'm so sorry, but I think we also have to acknowledge Dr. Kathy Passion, who is running for Glendon Township trustee. She deserves her own spot, and not just grouped in with the rest of the council. We love her. She has done wonderful things, and she's so lovely to work with because she brings everybody together with the way, even if it seems contentious, her questions are always welcome, and she just has a way of bringing everybody together. And I think she would be an asset to Glendon Township. That is my endorsement, although she is an asset for us too, so we would hate to lose her, but I guess it's a win-win situation either way.
Yeah, because we don't lose her, we still get her.
Yeah, we still-
Because, like it or not, we're part of Glendon Township.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
So there you go.
Yes, and
There's that.
actually, I've already voted for all of you.
All right.
Until I remembered he wasn't running. So,
You wrote him in?
Fortunately, right in, Jason Peter Cameron.
Jason
Peter
Peter.
Cameron.
Yes, thank you. Please.
All right, you guys, it's you guys.
Motion adjourned?
Second.
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting